Season's greetings, everyone. My name is Jacqueline. I'm the Communication and Client Services Manager at James Small Business Loans, also responsible for training. And with me today is Dr. Cliff Riley from the Scientific Research Council, right? And today we're going to be having a very important conversation to help, quite a bit of our manufacturers, agri-processors to understand what is possible with the SRC, right? And we're on the end of 2019 and looking to 2020, and we thought it's a very good way to end the year to give persons some information that can help them to kickstart and to jump into 2020 knowing exactly where they can get the help that they need, right? So we want persons to know that you can drop your comments, put your questions in, and that we will be answering those questions live as we go through and share the information. Right, Mr. Riley?
Most definitely.
All right. So I want us to just start by, some persons hear the term Scientific Research Council or SRC. Just give us a brief overview as to what the SRC is really about.
No problem. And thanks much, Jackie, and thanks to your team from Jane as well to organize this discussion. Before I explain the acronym SRC, one of the things I want the viewers to understand is that the growth of the micro, small and medium enterprises has been phenomenal over the past years, and one of the fastest growing sectors globally, because there are so many brand opportunities for persons to enter in different aspects of the market space, and global trade has been increasing tremendously, especially under the brand Jamaica umbrella, where persons are very familiar with our products and our services and so forth. So just want to throw that in so persons can understand where we're going and the role that Scientific Research Council or SRC plays in bolstering that level of support, ensuring that you have good quality products that can stand up to scrutiny, stand the test of time, and products that resonate with your ideas, what resonate with your views, and also your taste profile and preference, which can be translated to the actual clients. So from the SRC perspective, the name is self-explanatory. We do quite a bit of research here at the SRC, but our research is not so much geared towards creation of knowledge, but more the application of that knowledge. So we're an application-based research institution. So our research focuses on primary development. So it's research that drives development. We are engaged in several different areas of quite a bit of wastewater management, environmental management systems. Those are being utilized at different farms, hospitals, residential areas as well. We were converting human waste to produce biogas and alternate sources of energy that persons can interact with. So you're not worried about your water bills going up or your sewage seeping away into the groundwater. Very solid environmental systems. One of the areas that we place a lot of emphasis on is in terms of product development. We have very, very creative people in Jamaica. I mean, creative to infinity. Yes. They are very creative. Yes. But one of the things that is important to business is standardization and consistency. So persons have some lovely sauces at home, and when you think about yourself, Jackie, you have your own recipe. Recipes have been passed on from your parents and your other relatives, and you want to create, and you want to get that to your family in New York, you want to get it to your family out in London, but you don't know how to package it in such a way to make it consistent. That is what we do. We utilize our knowledge to develop these products that can lead to not just economic development, but your well-being as well, and so many other areas we'll get into later on.
Right. So Cliff, James Small Business Loans is always seeking ways to, to provide our clients with information, to bring information to the MSME sector. Of course, we provide financing, which is our key activity. But what is very important for us is that our MSMEs get the information that they need to help them to grow, to be sustainable, and to be successful.
Yeah.
Right? And when we look at, the suite of services that are available at SRC, I want us to zoom in now on what our MSMEs can benefit from. So when we talk about, entrepreneurs who are involved, you mentioned the sauces just now, jams, jellies, it may be that I'm into cosmetics, and so on. So I wanted to give us an idea of the types of businesses that can benefit from your services, and what are those specific services that they can benefit from.
Lovely. We have no problem at all. One of the things, Jackie, that I must also congratulate your team on as well is in terms of the portfolio you guys have established for small businesses. Because financing has always been an issue in Jamaica for micro and small enterprises to tap into that space where they can have finance to grow their businesses. So you have that level of creativity and ideas from our clients, but how do they now afford the services to bring them to that standard product, to facilitate the marketing of those products and enter different spaces? So huge congratulations to Jay and Small Business Loan for really coming on board to really drive and anchor those activities. From our perspective, as I was saying, you touched on a couple of critical areas. The cosmeceutical industry is growing rapidly. You know, it's growing rapidly, it's expanding. A lot of persons are going more towards natural-based products, so your lotions, your body washes, shampoos, conditioners, as well as all natural types of what we call it, your lipsticks, as well as your makeup and so forth. So those are areas that are growing rapidly. So I've been seeing quite a bit of interest from a number of clients who have been looking on producing cosmeceuticals. We have a unit, our Natural Products Research Unit, that really focuses heavily on training persons, building their capacity, and not just in terms of the business training, but the hands-on training, so you know how to blend, how to package, how to fine-tune, and improve on your products.
So you can learn how to make the moisturizer, learn how to make the soap, learn how to make the lipstick.
Most definitely. Wow. A lot of companies that are pretty much up and running now, they came to the SRC and we taught them how to do it. And then we also established incubators in place where if you are developing your own products, Jackie, and you come up on a glitch and don't know what to do, you can come into the SRC, work along with the scientists in our labs so you can better understand how to get it done, how to tweak, how to improve. So we offer all of that. Then you also have the nutraceuticals, our functional foods, foods that heal, that foods that prevent different diseases. Persons have become very, very conscious about their health. Right. So the nutraceutical industry is pretty much one of the fastest growing industry globally. More persons moving from pharmaceuticals to nutraceuticals. And we offer the type of research to validate the activity of your actual product. We offer the type of research and developmental training to assist with the registration of your product so you can enter the market spaces. Okay. You know, then you move on the food product development side. We develop products, alcoholic beverages, anything you can think of for consumption. And we go a bit further than that. We have a manufacturing space that can assist you with manufacturing your juices, your jams, your jellies, your preserves, all your dried products, your teas, so you don't have to worry about establishing a factory. You can come straight to the SRC, use that manufacturing space, produce the products, and we're talking about very, very low cost because we're a government institution who are charged with building capacity to drive the economy.
Okay, all right, I just want to pause to just remind our viewers. So we're talking about a number of different businesses, and if you are not hearing the name of your business, you can still drop that question to find out if there's support here for you. You know, but you mentioned quite a bit just now, which is very useful in terms of, so persons can benefit from that factory space. They can benefit from the research that is available. Tell me something. So if I have developed a product, but I'm not quite sure, so know the general benefits of the raw materials that I use, you're able to help me to identify what are the deeper benefits, what are the nutritional facts and so on from my product.
Definitely. And that's on two perspectives. Where we're sitting now is our Science Resource and Business Incubation Center. So the SRC mandate allows for, the Act allows for us to collate, distribute scientific information. Okay. So we can provide a scientific information on anything that has been researched. Any raw material, plant material, otherwise say, hey, guess what? This can be beneficial for this based on the research that has been done. And if the research does not exist, we can execute the research for you to either prove or disprove the different activities that may be present in that particular material. So we do offer that type of service, and we always ask persons, being a scientific institution, to ensure that whatever decisions, whatever claims, whatever approaches are going to the product, that is quantitatively substantiated, because that is one of the market edge that you will have, and to ensure it's also standardized, to ensure that you have consistent quality into the market space. So we do offer all that service as well.
And those things are very important. We know that many entrepreneurs, you know, they start out on their own. They start out just figuring your way out, putting things together. You have a knack for something, it's working, and over time people like your product, you start to produce that some more. And so consistency is very important. So when you mention standardization, I know that that's very key, to ensure that the product comes out the same way every time, no matter how many times you do it. If you're doing 10 of it or 50,000 of it, and so the ability to do that and to get the support to do that is very important. Factory space, can be costly. So the ability to utilize a ready factory space, is very useful. And so, getting this information out, we think is very important, for persons to really get this information. So I wanted to share with us, how persons connect with the SRC. If all the persons who are listening right now would love to, be able to benefit from some of these things, what steps do they need to take?
Well, we are easy to get in touch with. There are several avenues. You can always page us through our website, src.gov.jm. We're very, very easy to find. Locally, you can reach us. Our international reach us our numbers 876-927-7871. Before 927-1771 they can really get in touch with us. If you want to email us as well, you can email prinfo@src-jamaica.org. And we are very, very easy to access. You will find us on Facebook, SRC Jamaica, as well as Instagram, SRC Jamaica as well, where you can feed information to a team. And all it really takes is a phone call, an email, or you just walk in. If you can't get us at all on any of the different platforms, just walk in.
Okay, and remind our viewers where SRC is located.
I keep taking that for granted. We're located in the Hope Gardens complex. So it's just before you get to the beautiful botanical gardens. As a complex, we're located in close to the Ministry of Agriculture and so forth. So, it's really, really easy to find us. We're very accessible. But one thing I want to mention, Jackie, in terms of even the manufacturing space, one of the advantages we have and why our micro, small, and medium enterprises are so successful is that our manufacturing space is registered with the FDA in the US.
Okay.
So once products are manufactured, they allow them access to their country. We also have HACCP certification for the manufacturing space, which means your products move easily through other countries, Canada, US, as well as the European Union, almost the United Kingdom and the European Union. And we also have an ISO 9001 quality management system as well. So we're not just talking about a factory space that exists in a government entity, but a certified international recognized space that will allow for your products to move seamlessly in different market spaces. So that's one of the things that we want to add. And we also try to assist person with co-packaging. Once a vote grown our space, we try to peer with a larger manufacturer. We hope all of our clients will grow us because it means that they're doing very well in business.
That's I'm happy you added that information because that's very important to know. Because it's important that our MSMEs know that their market is really wider than Jamaica.
Right.
And, oftentimes looking at how we get into international markets can be a little challenging.
Yes.
Understanding what is required of you and getting all the relevant certifications or licenses or covering all the grounds can be difficult. And so knowing that utilizing your service at least covers a very main area, to getting into those markets. So that's very important. Share with me, is there any pre-preparation that is required? So outside of, I'm doing something at home, I manufacture out there, still at the testing stage and so on. Is there any pre-preparation? What step or stage do I need to be before I can engage SRC?
All you need to have is a dream or idea.
Okay.
That's all you need. You don't need to have anything. You don't need to have a prototype. If you have one, it's beautiful. It means that we can standardize and scale up. So your prototype, your formulation, your recipe, we can standardize and scale up. Beautiful. You may also have your plants. We also have our biotechnology unit as well, where we produce large amounts of plants, both ornamental plants as well as edible crops. So that person wants to move the ornamental industry, looking at orchids and theriums, African violets and so forth. And we do offer that service for some clients who are currently exporting those materials to the United Kingdom. So you may have your plant material and we'll expand it for you. We'll grow the number of quantities that you want and so forth. So you may have an idea, your prototype formulation, just a plant material. That's all we ask you to have. Just an idea or dream. And our scientists will listen to what you envision your product will look like, to look at what markets you intend to enter, and so we can move ahead with that.
Okay, so we just want to remind persons that, you can send in your questions, put in your comments, and we will be responding to those. We want to help persons to ensure that at the end of the day, the information that they get is information that, is specific to you. You have this opportunity, right? I want to ask as well, do you have a product that you would like to launch in 2020? Share that product idea with us so that we can give you some guidance, right? Sometimes we look at the new year and some persons are daunted, some persons are motivated. We want everybody who listens to this to know that there's an opportunity, and that sometimes, we're not sure where to get the information we need. Please reach out.
Definitely.
Yes, please reach out and ask me questions.
And we don't charge for consultations. We don't. You have an idea, own stuff. You can come in, you can sit with your team, see how you can win. We don't charge for consultations either.
All right. So we have clients in our own portfolio who utilize the services of SRC, right, and have grown their operations through the help of the SRC, right? And so I want to help our viewers to understand. So let's say someone, I'm not necessarily, keen on making the sauce or making the moisturizer, but I have a dream of having my own moisturizer with my own brand on it. Is it that the SRC could assist me with a formulation?
Definitely.
When it gets to the stage where I feel like, yes, this is my product, and then we just take the content of that, and I'm responsible for the packaging, the branding, and going out there to sell it. Is that possible?
I'm happy to mention that, Jackie, because that is very important as well. We have a number of formulations. So even if you don't have an idea, you just want to enter the market space, you can come in and say, guess what, I want to utilize one of your formulations. I want to tweak it for me. We may have a formulation with say, sweet potatoes or base, and you want to change it to yams or cassava or something else. You have that liberty. We have different formulations of personal care products that one can also say they're going to engage us, purchase those materials. You can do a full off purchase, you can enter into a royalty type agreement, or you can go into an exclusive production approach. So you can really take the approach that you want. So we have the base formulation that you can walk in, and we can also build on ensuring that you have a product unique to you.
Okay, that's so important. What you're saying to me, I'll just share with our viewers again that based on what you're sharing, if I don't even have a business right now, there's no reason why I can't start one in 2020 or even right now, because of the type of support that you can get through the SRC for product development. So once again, share your questions, share your comments so that we can assist you, with the information that you need. I believe we have a question. We have a comment, so we'll hear that comment right now.
So a few people have been congratulating the SRC for what they've been doing. And then we have 5-star here, Jamaica, saying, thank you for this. She's been struggling with her product.
Okay, so 5-star, SRC is here for you.
Right here for you.
And, reach out so that you can get the information that is unique to you. But feel free to drop in any comment right now. Cliff is here, I'm here, and we can answer any of those questions you might have, and share it. Share the information, because we know that a lot of times persons are not able to make the moves that they need to be just because they don't have the information. And so the role here today is really to get that information out and to get persons to start to to take those steps.
Exactly.
Starting a business right now is easier with SRC, especially if you want to get into nutraceutical, cosmetics, what are those other areas?
Yeah, nutraceutical, cosmetics, you go to the food industry, nice and easy, and right now to climate innovation as well.
Oh, okay.
So I've been quite a bit of support in climate innovation, a number of entrepreneurs in the renewable energy space, the particular agriculture space, organic agriculture space, so we have support throughout the entire realm. One of the things I want to mention as well, Jackie, in response to the 5-stars comment, And thanks much for the recommendations, guys. We've been really trying to see how we can transform the business space in Jamaica, taking a scientific approach to it, but not taking a year to have science work with people who want science to work immediately. We also had a client who had a hair product that she used, a shampoo. I know shampoos are relaxed that she used that in her hairdressing salon. And she came to us asking how she can streamline it, and we streamlined it for her, and she used it exclusively in her salon. She don't even take it to the market because she just wants to streamline to have it consistent, and she has quite a number of clients. So you don't necessarily have to take a product to the actual shelves. You can utilize it within the business space that you're operating in.
Okay. All right, so here we have a question. So we'll take that question now.
Designing Your Path is asking, is this only for Jamaicans living at home? Suppose I'm living abroad and I have an idea for creating and running my business from home. I'm assuming, how can you help?
Design Your Path, beautiful question. And I'll just drop ahead, Jackie. We have clients all over in Switzerland. We have developed beers for clients in Switzerland without ever having a face-to-face discussion with the individuals. So you don't need to be here physically. We provide our services extensively. We have clients all across the world, members of the Jamaican diaspora, as well as complete foreigners who tap into resources and services that we have available here. One of the most interesting studies that we actually did here was to verify SRC for our client who lived in the United Kingdom, in terms of its activities, its medical activities, and we did the verification. Her product just started moving like crazy. So you don't need to be based here. As I indicated, you can reach out to us by email. We can have our discussions remotely with our scientific team. We have our discussions, and once the part that you really need to have some physical presence, either yourself or an agent, is when you're doing the testing or evaluation of the product, so that you can sign off on it.
Okay, all right, so that was a very good question.
Yeah,
I'm sure many other persons are wondering similarly. So we're happy to know that it reaches beyond the borders of Jamaica. Awesome. All right, so I just want to find out, once persons have contacted the SRC, is it a scheduling process? Is it, what does the process look like once contact is now made with SRC?
One of the things that's important to me as the head of the SRC and also as a business person is in terms of the response time and responsiveness. For any business to survive and to be impactful, they must be responsive. You can't have clients waiting indefinitely. So what we have done, we have clear quality objectives in place in terms of the timeline to respond to clients, in terms of meeting the requirements into the agreed contractual obligation period. So once a note comes to us, within a day you have a response from us to say what the next steps are. And once you can identify time convenient to you, we schedule an organized way to meet with our technical team to have the discussions, whether you're doing it virtually or in person. And we engage into the letters of intent and then our contract, so we give an idea of the timeline, the work schedule that we always do our very best to stick to. Sometimes there's some lapse in the timelines, but we always push to ensure that we can meet the needs and the requirements of our clients within their established timelines.
Okay, so we encourage our listeners to continue to share their questions and comments, and I do believe we have a question or a comment. Yes, go ahead.
So 5-Star Hair is asking, she says, I have a product that was created from other products combined. How do I go about legally obtaining the right to repackage and sell this combined product as my own?
Okay.
If it's a combination of multiple products, it means that you have created a different product. It means that you're an innovator because you're using solutions that already exist. You're building on those to create something different. So there's nothing wrong with combining different materials. I would suggest though that if you can combine your own ingredients, that may add a lot more credibility to your actual product or your product offering. A lot of times persons tend to look on intellectual property in terms of going for patents or trademarks or copyrights. That can be done. What I tend to find works very, very well and works alone for Coca-Cola and love for KFC is trade secret. So your secret.
Yes. Thank you for that question, 5-star. Let us know if we have answered you and if there's any other questions. So we go ahead with the next question.
We have another question.
Take the question.
From Raw Born Jamaican, who asks, does it cost more if you choose SRC's formula versus if you come in with your own formula?
Raw Born Jamaican it's not different in terms. The cost is kind of different in a sense. And let me explain why. When you engage with SRC for a formula that already exists, there are a number of avenues you can take. You can take a non-exclusive, which is not so expensive, meaning that a number of persons can acquire that formulation and tweak it and utilize it. If it goes exclusive now, you're going to pay more for it. If it is your idea, it means that you own it. And we always like when persons can own their own idea and their prototypes, which means it's a little bit more. It's not significant. Our rates are very, very low compared to anywhere else because, as I indicated, we're in the business of stimulating interest and growing the economy. So it's a little bit more expensive than a non-exclusive formulation agreement.
Okay. All right. So another question, right?
So Owl Layton asks, does SRC assist with obtaining patents?
We can guide you in terms of the processes. We work very, very close with Intellectual Property Office of Jamaica, and one of our, as a matter of fact, a director of our board is the executive director of JIPO. So we can definitely guide you and relay your information to JIPO and organize for you guys to meet with the team to have them protected. So in a nutshell, yes, we can provide guidance in terms of how you go ahead. And our patents are very, very cheap, like $1,000 Jamaican to file a patent, so very inexpensive.
Okay, all right, good to know. Thank you for those questions. I also want to find out, many persons start their formulations to develop their products, based on possibly a YouTube video or so on, and they have done a pretty good job with it, have launched that product, started to sell that product. Is there any advice for those persons who would have started that way? Anything that they need to be mindful of as they go about building out their business, having started from that angle?
So the things that you have to bear in mind, it's always nice and always congratulate persons who have that drive to go on online, utilize the resources online to really build their capacity and knowledge to do different products. One of the things I always advise persons to, when they're going food or personal care or whatever channel you want to take, is to ensure that you have a competent entity standardize that product, formulation, and recipe for you. Just to standardize it and do the necessary tests to make sure that it's safe. Sometimes, Jackie, you can develop a nice sauce, or you can develop a nice jam or jelly, but you can't see the bacteria, you can't see the fungi. So you don't know that they are there until persons consume the product and the levels are too high, which pose challenges. So it's always important to work a competent entity to get some testing done, standardization done, so you can sleep better at night knowing that you put a good quality product out there.
Okay. All right, thank you for that. And with the support that we have from SRC, persons who would have started and have started to grow that way can now, come to you to get that type of help and to ensure that the product is, it's standardized, it is free of bacteria, it's, it is at the level it ought to be for both for local and international use. So we want to invite, the final questions and comments because we're about to wrap. So get your questions in. And we do believe that we have a question on. Go ahead.
So we have Rock Chick 89 who's asked 2 questions. She's asked, where in the island are your branches? And she has also asked, are there any requisite documents needed when coming to speak with your representatives?
Rock Chick 89, we have our physical office located in Kingston in the Hope Gardens complex. We do not have any other satellite offices now out in different spaces, but what we do have is that we have our teams going out to different communities. So we have a series of events as SRC in communities where we send our scientists or marketing team out to have discussions and meet with persons on different groups. So if you actually check on our website, you'll get a clear idea in terms of when we will come into your area. Also, as I indicated, we can have discussions with us virtually. and you don't always have to drive to Kingston to get any information or to have discussions. The second question to the documentation, you don't necessarily need to come in documentation. If you have a product that you have developed that you want standardized, then we'll ask you to work with your formulation flow process, so you can have a discussion to the team. Don't worry about the things being stolen and lost, because they are confidential, they are agreements which must be signed. We hold true to the common principle and moral principle that what is yours, it's not ours. It's our responsibility to improve on it, to enhance your product entry that it meets your needs as well as the market requirements, but it is completely yours.
Okay, thank you for that. If the product is food related, does the entrepreneur need to have a food handler's permit?
We need a food handler's permit when you're doing your manufacturing or you're doing your sale of the product. Okay. So if, for example, you are trying to have a food product developed, the persons who are handling it to have a food handler's permit. Okay. When you go into the distribution and sales, eventually you need to have a food handler's permit as well. So even for me at the SRC, I have to have a food handler's permit, and I'm not making foods.
Yes, I'm happy that we're able to, really enlighten our entrepreneurs on what is possible through the SRC. And of course, at Jane Small Business Loans, we support our entrepreneurs with affordable financing. And, as they engage with the SRC, and they now need to build out whether they need their raw materials, or they need to get their branding done, or their promotion, or whatever. Financing, they may need to get that product going and get it out there, that we're here to support them in that type of way. And that, as persons engage with the SRC, that there's a team here to support and to assist them with being successful. And of course, as I'm saying, I've seen it work. I know clients who are benefiting from it and doing very well from it. And so, I really want to commend the SRC on that work, and that, our entrepreneurs who are listening, will take advantage of the opportunity, or just reach out. I don't have a business, I want to get started, or I have something going, how can I get to grow it? Start that conversation, and you never know where the business could go.
Exactly.
We want to invite persons, if you still have that comment or question, you can always share it. We will answer questions even after we go from live. So please share your questions and your comments. Any final words you want to share?
Just my final words, and again, congratulating Jane Small Business Loans, for your creativity and for really stimulating and driving entrepreneurship among Jamaicans. And just to let our viewers know that, hey, take chances, take risks. You'll never know what happened unless you try it. You'll never have a successful business unless you have failed a couple times. Don't be a failure. Always get up, always try pushing, always try going. And at some point you'll be able to reflect and say, boy, I gave it 100 shots. One worked, and one is making me very, very happy, and one is making an example to other persons. Utilize the resources you have at hand. SRC offers a lot of services and resources. There are many other government institutions where such resources are also being offered that can strengthen and build your capacity in other areas. Tap into it. After all, it's your taxes that support our institutions.
Okay, and before we go, I know that where we're having this conversation is in your Innovation and Resource Center. Just tell us quickly, is this a center that is available to the public?
It is a center that's available. We take up to about 30 entrepreneurs. We know the challenge persons face in terms of having an office space, so we have created office spaces here, 5 standalone office spaces that persons can work from. The rates are minimal. It's really to get you off the ground so you can start your business. And we also have a number of what we call hot desk, so persons can actually come in, have a physical desk to work on. We have meeting rooms so you can meet with their clients and so forth, because we are really into the business of growing our economy primarily from our entrepreneurs, one entrepreneur at a time. So we have space for offices, we have space for manufacturing, and we have some really brilliant scientists who are more than capable of delivering products that will meet your requirements and global markets and needs.
Thank you for that. We share a common vision in terms of economic growth, and we believe that our MSMEs are key to that, and the services that we provide, is very key to that. And we really want to encourage our MSMEs to take up the services and to use it to benefit and to grow their businesses. So I want to thank everybody for joining us, and the conversation continues. Please feel free to still drop your comments and your questions, and we're here to serve you.